2018 Volvo XC90. 2018 Volvo XC90 review on. The 2018 XC90 is elegant, no doubt. But a few flaws keep it from being a segment leader. 3.5-star overall. If there is one virtue that the 2018 Volvo XC90 possesses in spades, it's elegance. From the extra-classy exterior styling to the impressively well-appointed interior, the XC90 exudes panache. It's a luxury crossover with all the fancy vibes you could ever hope for. More than a good-looking car, though, the 2018 XC90 drives well and has precise handling and a sense of stability on the road. It has plenty of room inside and an abundance of high-tech safety features, both on the standard equipment sheet and available as options. All of this adds up to a respectable and desirable crossover. But there are a few drawbacks. Our main issue, the XC90's powertrains. While Volvo's turbocharged T5 and turbo and supercharged T6 four-cylinder engines work fine in the brand's smaller vehicles, they seem less ideally suited for the big XC90. Performance and fuel economy suffer as a result. The T8 hybrid fares better, but it's pricey. And we've found all XC90s can have a rather rough ride over bumpy roads when fitted with the bigger optional wheels. That's not something you expect, or want, in an SUV of this caliber. The XC90's flaws aren't fatal, though. There is a lot to like about this upscale crossover, and if it ends up on your shortlist, a test drive. What's new? For 2018. The Volvo XC90 gets some additional equipment as standard, such as adaptive cruise control and blind spot monitoring with rear cross-traffic alert. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, previously optional, are now standard as well. If you're looking for a good balance of luxury feature content, performance and price point, the XC90 T6 Momentum is our choice. It stays with the smaller 19-inch wheels, which will help with the XC90's ride quality issues, but it also gets plenty of the top trim-level equipment such as Ford-Zone automatic climate control, adaptive headlights and heated front seats. And if that isn't enough for you, there's always the redesign and inscription trim levels that up the ante quite a bit without the need to switch over to the T8's hybrid powertrain. Trim levels and features. The 2018 Volvo XC90 is a luxury crossover SUV with 3 seating configurations and 4 different trim levels: momentum, redesign, inscription and excellence. Regular XC90s are referred to as the T5 and T6, while the hybrid is called the T8 twin-engine plug-in hybrid. The momentum trim level comes with plenty of standard equipment such as a rear-view camera, lane departure warning and an impressive 9-inch touchscreen. The redesign is the sporty version of the XC90, while the inscription and excellence are more luxury-focused with equipment such as ventilated front seats and an adaptive air suspension. For standard equipment, the T5 Momentum gets a turbocharged 2.0-liter engine, 250 horsepower, 258 lb-ft, an 8-speed automatic transmission, 18-inch alloy wheels, LED headlights, a panoramic sunroof, a power tailgate, a rear-view camera, rear parking sensors, lane departure warning, keyless entry and ignition, full leather premium vinyl upholstery, 8-way power front seats with power lumbar adjustment, driver seat memory settings, 402/040 split secondro seats with individual slide and recline functions, a 50/50 split third-row seat and an auto-dimming rear-view mirror. Technology features for the T5 Momentum include pilot assist semi-autonomous driving mode, adaptive cruise control, a 9-inch central touchscreen, a navigation system, voice controls, Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto connectivity, and a 10-speaker sound system with satellite radio and a USB port. The T6 upgrades to a 2.0-liter supercharged and turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, 316 horsepower, 295 lb-ft. The T8 plug-in hybrid uses the same turbocharged and supercharged engine as the XC90 T6, but it adds an 87 horsepower electric motor. Total output is 400 horsepower and 472 lb-ft of torque. With a 240-volt charging station, fully recharging the pack takes only about 2.5 hours. The EPA estimates pure electric range at 14 miles. Both the T6 and T8 Momentum models get 19-inch wheels, a larger digital driver information display, leather upholstery, heated front seats, third-row seating and 4-zone automatic climate control. T8 Momentum models also receive LED adaptive headlights and added interior illumination. The redesigned trim level features 20-inch alloy wheels, unique grille and exterior accents, a sports steering wheel with shift paddles, upgraded sport seats with power thigh support, leather upholstery, illuminated step plates and aluminum mesh cabin accents. The XC90 inscription available on T6 and T8 is similar to the redesign but features its own wheels and interior and exterior trim. It also has upgraded leather upholstery, heated front seats, ventilated front seats with adjustable side bolsters, and rear side window shades. Available only on the T8, the Excellence trim level practically turns the XC90 into a 4-seat luxury limousine. In place of the rear bench seat, the Excellence adds 2 captain's chairs with footrests, a rear center console with folding trays, a touchscreen controller, heated and cooled cup holders and 2 crystal glasses. All 4 seats in the Excellence come standard with ventilation, heat and massage functions. Additional upgrades include bright exterior trim, 21-inch wheels, an adaptive air suspension, extended leather upholstery, additional sound deadening, a 19-speaker Bowers & Wilkins sound system, added rear seat USB ports and a refrigerator. Options for the XC90 are mainly grouped into packages. The Momentum Plus package includes the adaptive headlights, headlight washers, the larger driver display, illuminated step plates and added interior illumination. You can pick the Convenience package to add front parking sensors, automated parking assist, a surround view camera, heated windshield washer nozzles and, in the cargo area, a grocery bag holder and a 12-volt power outlet. The Luxury package inscription only adds heated rear seats, a simulated suede headliner, leather grab handles and sun visors, and a massaging function for the front seats. Individual option highlights depending on trim level include 20, 21 or 22-inch wheels, an adaptive air suspension with adaptive dampers, a heated steering wheel, a head-up display, a built-in Secondro child booster seat and a 19-speaker Bowers & Wilkins audio system. Trim tested. Each vehicle typically comes in multiple versions that are fundamentally similar. The S in this review are based on our full test of the 2016 Volvo XC90 T6 inscription turbocharged and supercharged 2.0 liters inline-4 vertical bar 8-speed automatic, AWD. Note, since this test was conducted, the current 2018 Volvo XC90 has received some revisions, mostly including the addition of options packages and availability of items such as Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Our findings remain broadly applicable to this year's Volvo XC90. Driving. This T6 is a big, thorough SUV with a 316 horsepower 4-cylinder engine. The best word for this combination is adequate. Drivers with hilly commutes, serious grades or tough highway merges might want to look for something with more power. Handling is competent and controlled. Acceleration. Reasonably quick off the line, but the engine runs out of breath quickly, leading to a leisurely 7.9-second 060 miles per hour time. Dull engine response is fixed by switching to sport mode. The 8-speed automatic transmission is reluctant to downshift. Braking. The XC90's brake pedal has a short, firm action that we like. Virtually zero nosedive during panic stops. Lots of control and no jumpiness. The XC90 stopped in 124 feet from 60 miles per hour, which is about average for an SUV with all-season tires. Steering. The steering doesn't provide a lot of feel or feedback, but it is reasonably quick and predictable. Rare for a car with steering this quick, the XC90 is never twitchy. Good on center control. Handling. The numbers don't tell the whole story, but the XC90 Hours had the optional adjustable suspension is very controllable. It feels low and planted. Stability control is tuned for safety, and it turns on early and often. Drivability. The best safety and fuel efficiency systems are transparent to the driver. The Volvo's many systems are frequently in the way, from false alarms from every sensor to one of the roughest automatic stop-start systems we've experienced. Off-road. The low-profile tires on 21-inch wheels don't make for good off-road tires, but with 9.3 inches of ground clearance and all-wheel drive, the XC90 shouldn't have any trouble with light off-roading. Comfort. From the first time you sit down, it's obvious Volvo spent a lot of time on the XC90's seats. They're great. What's not so great is the ride. Our tester suffered from impact harshness over any bump that sent a physical and audible shock through the cabin. The cabin is extremely quiet otherwise. Seat comfort. Exceptional front seats. As in other Volvos, the XC90's headrests don't adjust, but everything else does. Tons of thigh adjustment, great lateral support and lots of available lumbar adjustments. The second row seats slide and recline. Ride comfort. When equipped with the optional 21-inch wheels, the XC90's ride can only be described as unsophisticated. The SUV bangs over small bumps and bounces over the big ones. The ride is well controlled after the initial bump harshness. Noise and vibration. With the exception of the wheel tire suspension smack, the XC90 is exceptionally quiet. No wind or tire noise. It's the kind of quiet that makes you speed on the highway. Some engine wheezing during hard acceleration. Interior. A bit of a mixed bag from Volvo. Materials, design and workmanship are very good, class-leading in some areas. Ergonomics and functionality are behind the leaders. The centerpiece of the XC90 is a big 9-inch touchscreen that is very quick to respond, but it controls more functions than it should. Ease of use. Even after you've mastered the big touchscreen's menus and controls, there are features that are hard to use and unnecessarily packaged into the screen, such as climate control, radio tuning and seat heating. Trip computer and gauge controls, too, are inscrutable. Getting in, jetting out. With the optional air suspension, the XC90 has a neat trick. It automatically lowers itself once parked, making getting in or out a snap. The doors aren't particularly long, which makes access in tight parking situations easy, too. Roominess. The cabin of the XC90 feels open and spacious. There's plenty of room for driver and passenger, who won't feel cramped. The second row offers good legroom, headroom and width for 2 adults. The kids-only third row seat is typical for this segment. Visibility. Side leans are very good with a clear view of where the hood ends. Side and rear visibility are on par for an SUV this size. Volvo's 360-degree camera tends to skew your surroundings, making it hard to identify poles, walls and curbs. Utility. While it isn't necessarily a class leader, the XC90 does well in the utility category. A large cargo storage area, decent tow and helpful features make it relatively utilitarian. Cargo space. With all of the seats folded, there's a generous 85.7 cubic feet of space. There's also a handy optional button in the cargo area that lowers the rear suspension, lowering the load floor. Towing. The XC90 can tow up to 5,000 pounds, placing it about the middle of the pack among luxury hybrid SUVs. Technology. While the Volvo's infotainment system is attractive, it can be significantly harder to learn than rival systems, especially with the abundance of buttons on the dashboard. Also, certain controls are buried deep in the system where they're hard to find even if you know where to look.